Welcome again to another exciting and intriguing episode of Martinis with Nick. I'm Philadelphia playwright Nicholas Wardigo, and I'm here today with actor, director, writer Seth Reichgott. Seth Reichgott is a Philadelphia-based actor, director, and writer. He's performed at the Wilma Theater, Baltimore Shakespeare Festival, Rep Stage, Interact Theater, Lantern Theater, Amaryllis Theater, Theater Catalyst, Cape May Stage, Belligerent Muse, Arden Theater, and Mum Puppet Theater. He has twice been a co-recipient of the Barrymore Award for Outstanding Ensemble in a Play, and was nominated for a 2010 Helen Hayes Award for Outstanding Actor. Each year, he tours his solo show to elementary and middle schools all over Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland, and also performs as Slim Bob Slim, a ukulele-playing vaudevillian. And today, he's going to be joining me for some lamb stew. Again, I'm here with Mr. Seth Reichgott. Thanks again for coming out here and forcing lamb stew into your lamb hole.
It's not forcing, it's good.
Yeah, that's right. Today, curiously enough, the martinis were made compliments of my spouse. She felt particularly beneficent. Is that a word? I see about 20-25 shows a year. And the number of standing ovations I've given, I can probably count on one hand, maybe barely two.
Right.
And that was one of them. Equus was one of them.
You know, I still do shows now, and people say, enjoyed your work tonight, loved Equus.
Really?
That show, I mean, was like one of the biggest things I've ever done in the sense of the effect it had.
It's about 10 years ago.
It was longer than that. Was this 2001?
Oh, wow. All right.
We had 2 weeks of rehearsal, just him and the five of us playing the horses, to develop the movement vocabulary and how we were going to do it. And we started at absolute zero. We just started playing around. And the five guys who were doing the horses had all been trained at the Del Arte School. We all had the same physical theater training. Mm-hmm. We all sort of had a similar language and a similar way of seeing things, and which was helpful because we all started on the same page. And we were able to just discover this thing that ended up being just physicality. Our heads were shaved bald, and we all got waxed. The most painful thing I've ever done. Getting this hair waxed off my arms. So we were all, and then we...
I'm pretty sure you're mostly hair, right?
I'm not mostly hair.
You're like,
I actually don't have a lot of hair on the chest area thing.
Like percentage-wise, though?
I don't think so.
I mean, come on, you're like 60-70% hair.
Well, I'm 58, 47. So one of the guys brought in this chart that he had made, and basically had each of our names, and the idea is that every time you got a phone number, you would get a horseshoe on the chart. Now, this as a big idea was very funny, whatever.
Were all the horses men?
Yes, there were five of us, and everybody assumed the whole thing was so physical and so homoerotic that everybody assumed we were all gay, which only two of us were gay. But
and it changed from night to night.
It changed from night to night. You never knew who was going to be gay that night.
So the thing I remember was that the whole thing was they had hay bales. Like you walked into a stable basically.
Yeah.
The hallway going into Mum Puppet Theater was lined with hay bales.
Yep.
So they made the whole thing. Like even before the show started, they were already getting it into your head.
Right. People were sitting on both sides and in raised seating that was surrounded by raw wood that felt like
you
stalls.
Were stretching. You and the other actors were stretching out.
Right. The five horses were stretching in the center of the floor while people came in.
Right. And then you sort of then turned into a horse as you were.
And then we did this whole physical thing that sort of became horses.
Right.
Yeah. It was a really cool show to work on.
Like a lot of other actors, you decided to step into directing. Is that because you enjoy telling people what to do?
No. Which is not to say that I don't enjoy telling people what to do. It quite simply is because I enjoy the process far more than the product. Like, I like rehearsals so much more than performing. Rehearsals to me are this creative experience time, and this is one of the reasons I also don't really miss doing plays anymore. Get on stage and I get really nervous to perform for an audience. Get really freaked out, like, what am I thinking? Am I doing this right? Oh God, what am I doing? I found that directing allowed me to have all the creativity. Yum. All the creativity and all the fun of creating a show, and then somebody else got to perform it for 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever it was. I didn't have to do it, after opening night. I was like, see ya. We'll come back and see it again later on.
You should try playwriting.
That's a whole different kind of thing. I like the collaborative process, and usually playwriting is not that collaborative, at least right at its core. You're home in your cave, under a lamp, a bottle of whiskey next to you, typing away at your Underwood. Isn't that a type of typewriter?
It is, yes.
So I feel like if and when I get back to doing plays again, I'm going to be better at it because of the work with tongue and groove and the work playing music and whatever. That sort of, I'm maybe also just getting older and saying, you know what? I'm in my late 40s. Screw you if you don't like me. Might be part of it too. But I think that it,
That's been one of my biggest problems now. I have that attitude, and it just I'm not trying to make anybody happy, so therefore.
Well, yeah, it's
endears me to nobody.
Well, that can be a good thing.
Except you. And possibly Tony.
Absolutely, yeah.
Tony has horrible taste. I'm telling you right now, any ninjas,
I know.
Any ninjas come in here, he's gonna rip its throat.
I believe it.
Yeah. So you tour, doing solo shows at elementary and middle schools.
I do.
Why don't you simply slam your head in a car door and get it over with?
When I perform in schools for kindergarten kids or 7th graders or whatever it is in between, I get a direct response that I'm actually doing something that matters. I get letters and they draw pictures, and one girl, 6th grade girl, my show is about Greek mythology. She sends me a letter and it says, I always thought Greek mythology was boring until today, when she saw my show. And I said, oh, well, okay. So then I'm clearly doing something right. I'm igniting their imaginations, I'm whatever it is I'm doing. I love doing it. I don't like driving. Oh, I have driving to do it, but not to mention the fact that it's a way of performing that actually pays the bills.
Oh, does it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, it can't possibly be money. But
oh, absolutely. I've been doing it for 15 years.
Oh, holy
if
crap.
If you'd asked me 15 years ago if I'd still be doing it, I'd say, of course not. But it's my bread and butter.
Okay.
So my survival job is doing theater.
You're involved with promotion for Golden Nugget Casino.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, you gotta. I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
And they need clothes and shoes and food. This particular thing
is on a website with you with an undone tie, leaning on things.
It is Golden Nugget.
The whole job is you just leaning on things.
Well, there's also a couple of commercials. There's a couple of TV commercials that were made that have been, and it's a camp. Yeah.
I did search for them. I could not find.
One is with Aaron Cromie, the other is with Scott Greer.
For Golden Nugget.
For Golden Nugget Casino, it's their online casino. And so the hook is that there's a little gambler in everyone, and I got cast as the little gambler.
So you're in theory inside of me.
No, God, no.
There's a little gambler.
There's a little gambler in everybody, right? I'm the little gambler. Well, the nice thing about it is it's like a 3-year campaign, and they cast me as the little gambler, and then I was on a billboard on the Walt Whitman Bridge for a while.
And then you got an acting job. The ukulele is world-renowned as one of the worst musical instruments. What crime did you commit to merit such a penance?
Ego Poe Theater was doing they do a themed season. At the time they did, and their theme was vaudeville that year. So they were doing a vaudeville show, like a variety show, as a big fundraiser at Plays and Players. And so whoever was running the town, I forget who was doing it, called me and said, "You play ukulele, why don't you play some ukulele songs?" And I said, "Sure." And I figured I'd play some old-timey songs. You know, I can play Putting on the Ritz, and I can play Sunny Side of the Street, whatever. It had to be vaudeville, so I created like a vaudeville outfit of, you know, high-waisted pants and suspenders and, you know, like those arm garter things and a hat. And I came out and I played Robert Palmer's
Addicted to Love?
No, that would be a good one to play, but it was Had Case of Loving You. I played Dexy Midnight Runners' Come On Eileen, and a-ha's Take On Me,
Sure.
into which I interpolated a little bit of Hungry Like the Wolf and Mandarin.
Medley.
Well, right. So I played these 3 songs, and the crowd went wild. I kid you not, I couldn't believe the response that I got. People loved it. We're singing along. It was like all this stuff. He sort of exists out of time. He just plays like I refer to him as old-timey music. But all my old-timey music is 80s tunes. But he just kind of exists and does stuff, and I have this idea of making like a documentary, a faux documentary about Slim Bob Slim.
Okay.
You know.
I'm intrigued.
Okay.
So is he immortal? Or is he a time traveler?
No, he just kind of is there. What else you got? Come on, what else you got?
Why does most theater suck?
Most theater sucks because either it shouldn't be theater, because it should just be a TV show or a movie. Just cut to the chase, stop writing plays. You want to write screenplays, just do that. Or that's kind of it. So most of the theater I see that sucks is theater that just shouldn't be theater. Doesn't mean it's not good as an idea, but it's just, this would be so much better if you just shot it on film. But then there's stuff that leaps off, like Equus was a show that because of the way we did it, as people, as horses, that's inherently theatrical. You can't do that. If we had filmed it, it would have been stupid. That's one pet peeve of mine. It's theater that sucks.
Oh, yeah.
No, theater that sucks.
Well, yeah, because you actually care.
I really care.
I see that.
I do care.
I'm gotta tell you, while you were going off there,
Sorry, you asked
I
the wrong
peed
one.
just a little. Just a little bit. You're a scary guy.
I'm an intense guy. I'm scary. I'm a puppy dog. Come on.
I'm gonna thank you again,
Yeah!
Seth, very much for
You're
coming
welcome.
out here.
Didn't expect that story now, did you?
I don't expect a lot.
Yeah.
Whatever. Thanks again for coming out. Thanks again for wasting all your time watching Martinis with Nick. And stay tuned after the credits to watch Seth Reichgott's Hidden Talent.
When the birdies go to sleep and the stars begin to peep, she says, "What a night for spooning." When the silver moon is high, floating in that summer sky, she says, what a night for spooning. When it starts to rain, cats and dogs, does she run away? Let it blow, let it snow. Do you think she gives a good gosh darn? She just looks up at the sky, closes her two baby eyes, and whispers, what a night for spooning. I always should go. You think you should go?
That is not an expression.